Okay.
But it feels good to like have you here doing this. And I always get this question like, how did your mom feel when like you got up and you moved to the US, like you had your perfect job and I was the main like, no, I wouldn't say provider, but that person to look up to as a family. But I just got up and I decided to move to the US. Like, how did you feel about that?
Oh gosh, the first time when you told me that, mommy, you're gonna go to America because ain't nothing here in Jamaica, in our country, so you wanna make life much better for us. And I said, okay, Kelisha, whatever you do, I'm with you. I won't back down. There's nothing try, nothing done. Yeah, always
And
tell you
it's
that.
crazy because I always tell people like if you guys know my mother, like she's like super super supportive. She's never the person to be like, don't do this, don't do that. You know, like parents would do that, but when it comes down to like my career, she was never that type of person, and I always like appreciate that with you. Like I remember I told her like, all right, I'm gonna move to the U.S. and you were like, you sure this is Kelly? Sure you sure this I want to do? I'm gonna say yes.
Yes.
And you say, all right. If you're sure this you want to do, then me support you, me pray for you, and me there with you every step of the way. And you never left my side at all, except when I was working nonstop and I had like bags
Oh my
under my
God.
eyes, and
I
you would
remember
call
that
me
time.
and you're like,
Oh
okay,
my,
this is not working out. Come on.
I remember that.
Yeah, and I was like, I
Yeah.
can't. And you're like, look how you look. You like your collarbone. My mother and sister like you can't catch water in your collarbone.
Oh my God,
And
those
she's like,
days,
come
yeah.
home, and I'm like, no, I'm not come home because they're going to pay off,
And it did.
and it did.
And trust me, I just want to say I really appreciate what you're doing. I'm with you. You also motivate me a lot in a lot of stuff. Like,
The
I
gym.
remember one time when I said, Kelisha, the doctor told me that my cholesterol was a little bit high. And he said, Mommy, do not take any medication. Just go to the gym. And I really go to the gym and I see where I don't stop talking about all what you have done because I look at myself and I said, I'm not that big not to take telling from my daughter,
Yeah.
but she really, really, really motivate me so much. And I really like that and I love you for that. Even, your brother is same way. I don't love none of you different. You both are mine. I will do anything in this world
To do it.
just to let you
That's
guys be
me.
happy.
I get dark about my mama. So y'all see me so quiet, but do
Yeah.
one thing. Like even sometimes like and that's another thing too, like I think because of so much love that I have for you, I could be broke. But it's like it's one of the things it's hard for me to tell you no. It's hard for me to tell you no. And if you tell me that somebody said something to you, like I think sometimes you see a side of me, like I
Yeah.
surprise you a lot of times.
Yeah, yeah.
Where
yeah.
I get so
Angry,
angry,
yes.
and you're like, who is this person? But I think it just come from a place like I get so overprotective of you, and because I'm just thinking how far we
I've seen that a lot.
came from, and like every time you see like when I get angry, you're like, but then
I've
you've
seen that a
never
lot.
to say like butt in because you're like the fact that she's reacting this way, somebody really upset her for her to react the way how she's reacting. So you always back me, like you back me for everything. You're very very supportive, and I love that.
Thank you.
It's rare.
Remember, we're coming from far.
Boy,
Well,
I come
it's,
from
it's a
far.
journey. It's a journey
Yeah.
we all never forget. We never forget. It was always us for like 15 years.
And then she
You
was
know,
like,
yeah.
I'm pregnant. And I was like, no, you're not. And she told me over and over, she's like, I'm pregnant. I was like, no, you're not. And it took for her, I think you were in Panama.
Yeah.
And it took for you to come back to Jamaica for me to actually feel it.
Feel
Like
it, yeah.
Guys like this, like my brother is like behind the camera is so shy. But it took me feeling my brother in your tummy for me to accept
Accept.
that.
You're
you're
right.
having another child, because I grew up
So
solo. It's me and you for 15 years
yeah,
figuring everything else out.
everything is
And
just
then,
always both of us.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
it
then if I
was.
come in a picture, me like, I can't get everything. But no, it's crazy because that no, like the love that I have for him, and I'm very, very overprotective
Yes, I
of
can
him.
see that.
Like
Yes,
sometimes my mother will be
yeah.
like, yeah, your brother. But it's a
But
love.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that, and I admire it so much, and I love to see you guys together. You know, especially when he comes on vacation with you, and I said, "Oh my God, I just love to see those." I love the bond between both of you. No fighting, no quarrel, no misunderstanding. You know, I love that.
Yeah.
And trust me, I'd never even grow like that because I didn't grow with any mom around me. It was
Yeah.
just me alone from I was 14 years old.
Yeah.
So I never have a mother love near me, a father love near me, even though I'm the only one pay the part of a mother
Yeah,
and
and a father.
father
Yeah.
for both of you
Yeah.
guys.
I used to tell my mother like Happy Father's Day, and I was like, screw y'all, I don't care. I used to tell her Happy Father's Day. When it was Valentine's Day, I wanted her to feel
Yeah, you
love,
always
so I
give me
would get her
gift.
like
Yeah,
chocolate, teddy
yeah,
bear,
yeah,
flowers.
yeah,
I did
yeah.
everything when it's her birthday and
Provide me
everything.
special dinner with all those flowers, sprinkling, surprises.
Yeah.
But she just always do this thing for me by surprising me. She always gets me by this surprise, even though I try not to. But trust me, she's good at that though. But I like that. I like that,
I do it all for
and I
you.
love you for that.
See? I got it in front of the camera.
Yeah. Okay, I always wonder and want to ask you though, but what is it you like about your job, what you're doing now?
The freedom, being able to control my own time. Prime example, when you guys visit, like I don't have to request a time off. Like you know my schedule. I work from home. I could be like, all right, I'm gonna work, and then I can decide when I stop working, so I can spend time with you.
Yeah, yeah.
If I had a 9 to 5, now I have to request time off. Like you experienced that where I was in a job that required my time so much in the summer. Summer is when my brother is off. Summer is when you guys can visit the States.
Yeah.
Summer was my peak time where it was no vacation.
Yeah.
And whenever you visit, I couldn't see you. And I took me the courage one summer to ask for time off. And it was just 4 days. And I end up surprising you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You were
That was
shocked.
awesome. That was awesome.
Because you never expected me
No.
to be there. You're like, oh, it's Kalisha, it's her job, it's in her peak season, and I surprised the crap out of you. Thanks to my auntie. I surprised the crap out of you. But like that, like just seeing how much joy and tears, like good tears, like just the fact that you saw me. And I was like, I really need to figure out how can I get out of this so I'm able to control my time. Because like you can do anything, but when someone else has control of your time, decide when you get time off, like when do you spend time with your family, and yet they control their own time.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
I don't want that. And I want to be the example for Jay. Like Jay, you would hear him like, what do you want to do? And he's like, I want to work for myself. And I was like, why you want to work for yourself?
Yeah.
And he's like, because of what you do.
Okay.
Like, and then you do it as well. Like, I think I saw you as a hustler. Like, you would figure it out, you had your time, you control your time. And I love that. And even know, like, yes, you have a job as well. And I would tell you, like, mommy, like, go do your thing.
Yeah.
Like, go figure it out.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you're a hustler.
Yeah.
And you would do anything. So even though you have a main job, you're still hustling on the side.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, go do your thing, because then you can take a vacation.
Yeah.
If
yeah,
you want
that's
to
the
stay
thing.
here
Yeah,
2-3
that's the-
weeks,
yeah.
you can stay here
Yeah,
2-3
that's the
weeks.
thing.
You
That's
know,
the thing.
and
Yeah.
look at you now working on your project.
Yes. And I'm grateful. And yes, there's another thing what we're not supposed to forget that without God in the vessel, this could never,
Never
happen.
happen. Never ever.
Yeah. Have you ever have any dull moments with you and, and me?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So it's crazy because like growing up as a female, like the daughter, I think I learned that I had childhood trauma. So I was never able to communicate well with you. And I think you will see it. Like you would cuss me for something, and I would shut down, and I would go into malice mode, and I wouldn't talk to you. And I always said, like, I always had this dream, like, I wish my mother and I would have this perfect relationship, like what I see on TV. And it took me going to UA to realize, like, how much I appreciate you, how much I miss having you around. And I think that kind of like build our bond so much. And even like no moving to the States, like we would be on the phone, and I don't have to be doing anything, and we're just on face WhatsApp
Talking.
video. I would just there,
Yeah.
you know. So it's like you're not just a mother, but you're also a friend, that we can talk. I'm
Yes.
your friend that you can talk, and we can reason,
Yeah.
you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
And people will be like, yo, like, what kind of relationship you have with your mother? Like, I tell my mother, and a lot of stuff, you know. And it's just like when you would see me drink or you would see me smoke, and you'll be like, wait, when did you start smoking? But you're never the person like, stop smoking.
Yeah.
Like the next question when you saw me smoking, you're like, wait, why are you smoking?
Talking.
And then when I tell you why I smoke, you're like, oh,
Okay.
I understand.
I shut down.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's those little things that I think sometimes you might not even realize, but
No,
it's just
no.
who you are.
Yes. It's to me it just seems natural though. After asking you a question like that, and you give me a straight answer, not in any kind of way, but respectfully.
Respectfully.
Yeah, and I appreciate that.
See?
Yes.